Hey, my beautiful friends, happy Thursday. I'm going to be on a podcast again. I don't know if you saw my first recording. I was on a podcast, the Listen Christy podcast. They're really cool, amazing women out in Texas, and we've become really good friends. They found me on social media, and I have a podcast called The Dating Detectives, and so we're kind of like, one of them actually has a story to share on The Dating Detectives. If you don't listen to my podcast, The Dating Detectives, you have to. But I was on their podcast before talking about my PI career and how that kind of came about. And now, they've invited me back to kind of talk about like beauty, hair, makeup, and all that stuff. So I'm really excited about that. So I'm going to get my face done. We do a video chat because they're in Texas and I'm here. So I wanted to bring you guys with me to get ready. I'm going to be doing a little bit more of a glam look just because it is on camera. And so I want to show you how to kind of zhuzh up your makeup quite a bit. So this is natural light. I'm sitting in front of a window. Hey again, Amanda. It was good to see you this morning. There's with this changes with Saint. My voice is shaky. I had a headache this morning, and so I took Tylenol with caffeine, and so it like, I don't drink coffee, but if I did, could you imagine? This is just Tylenol with caffeine. But so with the news with Saint, a lot of the top leaders were affected, and so they are rebuilding teams with other companies. So, because they're not going to be able to earn a commission off their team anymore because Saint is no longer MLM. It's going affiliate, which is great because I love just connecting with the customers. I was never into like the team aspect, which I'm grateful for because I met some good women. Anyways, we're working on getting on YouTube. Right now we just have small clips, but right now it's just audio. You can pull up The Dating Detectives on YouTube, but it's just audio still. So we're hoping to do videos soon though. But we're still kind of new, and so it's just a financial thing. Once we get more monies and monetize a little bit more, we're working towards it. So hopefully very soon. But anyway, so with the changes with Saint, some of the leaders went to another company and they decided they wanted to work with Oliveda, which is like a skincare company. And I personally love my Drunk Elephant skincare. It's something I've always loved and used. But whenever the changes happened, I wanted to support one of the leaders to help her rebuild her organization elsewhere. So I signed up under her as a representative or whatever for the skincare company. I've never used it. I don't know anything about it, but I did want to support her and give her just to help her rebuild her organization somewhere else since she was going to be so deeply affected by the changes with Saint. And so I signed up under her, and they sent me like an influencer package or whatever to try the products. So I'm excited to try the new skincare, and so many of my makeup customers are like, what skincare do you use? And I'm happy to share it. So if I try this stuff and I like it, I don't know, maybe I can share that with you too. But I'm kind of skeptical about like, Saint was an MLM and now it's not, and then going to another MLM and promoting that. So I kind of don't feel great about that. But if the product is good, the product is good. So I went over there to support her. So I'll let you guys know how I like it. But they are doing like a bash or whatever. So like if you want more information on skincare or you're looking for a new skincare, if you want to join me on that journey and like try a new skincare with me, let's do it together, I guess, because I'm scared. So I'm scared to do it by myself. But if you're someone who wants to try like a new skincare, I don't know, I'm going to do the bash just to learn more about it. And I signed up kind of taking a leap of faith because she is like the leader. My leader is losing 97% of her income that came from her team of thousands of women. So yes, I am not leaving Saint. I am a top seller here. I have so many customers that rely on me. I am not going anywhere. This is my passion. This is my heart. I love this product. I love this product for women who find makeup difficult. I know what it's like to not feel confident and beautiful. And so having this makeup, I think really is changing the lives of so many women. So I support this product. I am not going anywhere with Saint. I want to continue to teach this makeup. I want to continue to try and empower women with this makeup. So no, I am not going anywhere. but makeup and skincare go hand in hand. So we'll see how it works. I'll let you know if I actually like it. I just got the products. I have not tried one of them yet. Okay, so I'm going a little bit more full glam for the guest spot on the podcast today. So I'm going to show you how I do that. So sometimes I get questions about how do you make the makeup more full glam? And with this makeup, if you're new here, this is actually a customized cream makeup. You choose your colors. I color match you. Just let me put my phone number here so you can call me, or not. Don't call me. It's like a text line. If you call me, it'll charge me a whole bunch of money. But you can text me all the time. And also, I'm a private investigator, and so ever since I became a PI, I do not answer a phone call at all for anyone ever, because I never trust who they say they are. Because, like, did you know that you can actually call someone and there's programs you can use to make it look like it's coming from another number? Like, if someone knows my mom's number, they can plug that into the program, and when my phone rings, it'll make it look like it's coming from my mom, but it's not. I never answer the phone. I do not trust anyone. I feel like everything's a scam. So and also, when it comes to that, just know, when I'm talking about a product that I love, I hate gimmicks. I do not do gimmicks. I can't stand a gimmick. I don't like it. So if I'm talking about something that I love, it's literally because I know it, I trust it, I like it. And I think that's one benefit of being a private investigator, is that, like, your guard is up. And so you can count on me. Like, if I like it, you know that I've researched it and done all the things. Okay, so real quick, I use self tanner, which I stopped going in the sun and just screaming, like, tan me, Jesus. Like, I stopped doing that 2 years ago. Now I'm actually taking good care of my skin. So I use a self tanner called Pasty Girl. If you want a discount link for it, I can give you my discount link. The self tanner is really good, but I don't use it on my face. I use like the face stuff. But I tan up to here, and then I don't on my face. And then when I wash my face, the tan goes away anyways. So I always match my face to the rest of my body. So the self tanner is really good. It's not orange. It's like a purple base, and it doesn't stink. So this is like and believe me, I went to Ulta when this girl asked me, she said, I have this tanner. I would love for you to promote it, and, I'll give you a discount link to share with your audience. And I was like, all right, cool. But before I tried it, because I hate gimmicks, I went to Ulta, and I swear, I will show you receipts. I bought one of every single tanner and tried every single one of them. And they're good, but this was the first one that didn't stink and wasn't orange and didn't have different levels. Like, it wasn't too green, it wasn't too purple. Like, it was just perfect. It's really, really pretty. So if you want the link to my self tanner, like, legit, I can send you the discount, and she's really cool. But I did try every single one. Same with my lashes. I promote the Lashify lashes because I love them. I never have to wear mascara, and it's great for me, right? And so everybody's like, well, have you tried these? And even the girl that does my tanner, like, she has lashes too. And I just don't care for it. I like the Lashify. So yes, I have tried every single thing of everything. Anything you see me promoting, it's because I've tried every single thing. And that one is the one that I love. Yeah. Hey, do me a favor. When you're asking for the self tanner link, will you type the word pasty in the comments and see if it automatically sends you a link? Will you test that for me, please? I started using, to serve my customers better, because it was taking me so long to get back to messages, I set up the automation. So type the word pasty. And if it doesn't send that to you automatically, I'm going to screenshot that so that after this I can send that to you. But will you let me know if you get that automatically? Yeah, see if it comes to your DM. Thank you, guys. But she's really cool. She has a really great product, and it's not like you don't have to, like, choose a color. Like, you just apply it, and then if you like it, or if you want it darker, then you add more. It's like, you guys have lucked out having a private investigator for, like, a Saint artist and possibly skincare and with the lashes and the tanner, because I've tried it. Yay! Okay, it worked. Cool. Thank you. Okay, so we're doing, I used this. This is from Drunk Elephant. This is the D Bronzy. And you see how, like, when I put it on my face, it looked really dark, but see how it matches a little bit better? Yay! Perfect. Okay, so this is, you see that it looks dark, but it kind of gives you a little bit of a luminosity, right? This is really great for babes that are self-tanning, or if you have a nice rich skin tone already and you just want to make it more luminous. This stuff is great. If you are much more fair, use this one. It's the Bee Goldie. So see the difference? One's lighter and one's darker. And these are both really nice to wear under your makeup. You can also use Saints if you already use Saint, or if you want to try it, use the illuminator under your makeup. It's really nice. Okay, I used Elastin SPF as my primer. SPF, it's the SPF 36 every single day SPF. I used to be someone who just went out in the sun and I was like, I don't want SPF. I want to be tan because I'm a bigger girl. I've always been a very big girl, right? I was 300 pounds. I've since lost almost 150 pounds, but when you're tan, you look skinnier. And when I'm tan, I'm happier and I'm less irritable, like whenever I'm tan. So I would just be like, tan me, Jesus. And so I would not SPF, and I noticed my skin, now that I turned 40, like my skin is like I need to start taking better care of it. So now instead of tan me, Jesus, it's tan me, pasty girl. So that's what I use. Okay, so we're doing glam for this this video interview today for the Listen Chrissy podcast. These ladies are amazing. If you are not listening to them yet, like you have to. I love their podcast. They're really sweet ladies. So I'm taking a 3D brush, and this is my main shade for when I self-tan. When I'm not tan, like when I'm sad because I'm not tan, my main shade is a little bit lighter, and it's okay to have multiple shades in your palette. So if you haven't gotten color matched yet and you plan on getting color matched, when you go to my color match form, so if you type the word match, it'll send you my color match form. And then there's a box that I added, and it says, match me to my summer shade also, and then I'll match you to a summer shade, which is a little bit darker, and then a main shade, so that you kind of have both. It's nice to have both. They're only $16, so it's really affordable too. So I am taking my main shade, my darker shade, my summer shade, as I like to call it, and I am tapping this into my skin. So I want to go a little bit more full coverage than usual, because I want to make sure that I get a little bit more glam for the video interview, right? Which this makeup does really well on camera. If you're a selfie girl or a Zoom call girl or anybody who's like on camera, a performer on stage, you're a musician, whatever, get this makeup. My mom's a pastor and they do the video every Sunday, and she loves, having her makeup. And I'm like, Mom, you got to use more bronzer. And she's like, I feel washed out. Really great on camera. So this makeup is really nice because you can just tap into it, and without using a whole lot of makeup, you can get a nice coverage. Oh, I love Joyce. She's so sweet. Okay, so I'm applying this color kind of right here in the center of my forehead. I'm not going down here, and I'm not coming up to my hairline because I'm going to put contour there. So I'm coming right here on my cheeks. I'm not coming up into here because this is where my brightening highlight is going to be, or a concealer, as you might call it. And then I'm coming down here on my jaw. Now, if you are someone who your neck doesn't match your face, you can use a lighter color on your jaw to match your neck. And that's what's great about cream makeup. It's all the same consistency, so it just melts together. Okay, so I've just applied my main shade on the areas where I'm not going to have contour and brightening highlight. Okay, so now same with my 3D brush. I'm just using the other end of it. See how it's like the bristles are dense and they're long but not super fluffy. That's why whenever you use something less fluffy, you get fuller coverage, which is what I want today because it's the video interview. I want it to look really good on camera. I'm going to use my brightening highlight. So when you get a color match, you're going to get a list from me, and it says main highlight, which is going to be 2 if you check the box that says you want a summer shade. A brightening highlight, which is the lighter color, and that color goes right here in the T-zone. And the lighter you go, when you do glam look, the more contrasting the colors, the glamier, the more glam the look. Words are hard. So I'm tapping this bright color right here. So if you think of like a palm tree, right? The trunk of the tree goes straight down the face. You're one of my favorite humans on this. Oh my God, you're so sweet. Can you call me every morning and just be like, you are amazing. Just wanted to let you know. Bye. So the trunk of the tree goes literally straight down the face. Okay. Then the palm tree leaves come up here above your brows. So we're just kind of doing little sweepy, think palm tree leaves. Okay. And then I call these the coconuts, even though they're not round, but this is just the area where like you put that brightening highlight. So you can see where I've applied the makeup. I haven't blended it yet. But look how I'm kind of avoiding that bag area. I got some in there, but it's fine. I kind of come down a little bit. So what this is going to do is this is going to provide dimension. So that dimension is going to be really bright here because I want that glam look, right? So we're doing really bright. And I'm using the same brush that I used for my foundation. And I am going to tap this in. See how it melts into the skin really nicely? You don't want to drag the makeup. You don't have to pull it or scrape it or, swirl it or mix it. Like, we're not making Nesquik. Like, we're just pressing the makeup into our skin. And it's really cool because you'll notice that, like, it's such a beautiful finish without a lot of effort. And this is why your makeup will only take you like 3 to 4 minutes. Like, literally, you're just putting the colors where they go. And it's literally one layer of makeup. So I just did a brightening highlight straight down my face, just tapping. Slow-mo, it looks like this. See? Just tapping. And the bristles are just dense enough to press it into your skin and blend it without being super crazy. So this end where I applied the brightening highlight, I'm going to use this to press this in. So you can see we're just pressing the makeup into our skin. So as you notice here, see how it's really, really bright right here? So we want right here in the center of our face, alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic, right? Like we want, right? And then the contour and everything else is gonna really bring it down. What to use to slightly heat up your tins? If you're in a cold room, I'm married to a penguin. He's an Eskimo. I don't know where he came from, but we live in an igloo, and it is 12 degrees in my house. And in my bedroom vanity, there's a vent right here, and so I usually take my blow dryer and I have to like kind of just swirl over my tins for a minute because they are really cold. But usually you can just put your finger and rub it between your fingers and it'll warm up. So this makeup melts into your skin because it heats up and softens with the heat from your skin. The podcast is called Liss, Liss, and then the letter N, Chrissy, Krissy. Listen, Chrissy. And they are just the coolest ladies ever. So listen to their podcast, listen to my podcast, The Dating Detectives. You'll freaking love it. If you're not listening yet, you'll freaking, it's insane, some of the people that tell their stories. And then there's some Mackenzie Undercover stories where I talk about some cases that I've worked. So really interesting. Okay, so we're doing glam, right? So I used my main shade. This is Golden Hour. And by the way, these look much darker in the pan and online than they are in person. So when I color match you, I'm going to need you to know that I am not drunk. I know what I'm doing. And when you get your shades and you blend them on your face, you'll see. You'll be like, whoa, those look dark. But okay, I got it. And also if the shade isn't right, for some reason I get it wrong, we can switch it out. Saint makes it really easy. So, oh, Normal Gossip is really good, right? I like their podcast a lot. Yeah, Normal Gossip is really good. Okay, so now I've done my main shade, my brightening highlight, and you see why this is called 3D foundation? Because we're getting the 3-dimensional look. Now I'm going to go into my contour. Contour is gray, green. Bronzer is warmer. So this is cool versus warm. Bronzer is warmer and orangey, kind of reddish. And then the contour is gray green to create that cool gray ashy tone. So that's going to mimic shadows. Same brush. This is my 3D brush, which this is the one I recommend if you're like, listen, I'm new here, or I'm balling on a budget. I can just afford one brush. Which one is it? It's the 3D brush. I like to squeeze my brush like this to get it a little bit more dense, and I tap it into my contour. This is not like a super wet cream. I was so scared of cream at first. I was like, that's disgusting. But it's not. It's not like a wet, gross cream. It's just, oop, that's my bronzer. Tapping into my contour just enough to get it on the tips of the bristles. You see? Now this is I'm going more glam because I'm going to be on camera, so I'm intensifying this a little bit. But what I do is I find that line under my cheekbone and I tap this on, kind of like a stamp. I'm not pressing a lot, just transferring the pigment from the tips of my bristles to my skin. So it's just transferring. I'm not trying to force it. I am just transferring the pigment. Stamp, stamp, stamp. Okay? See how it's enhancing that shadow there? Oh my gosh, thank you for listening to the podcast. We really appreciate you so much. We appreciate the support. It's been really fun. Okay, so when you think of, well, where does contour go again? Contour, you follow that shadow up. Contour, you can feel it with your fingers. You can feel where your cheekbones kind of come in. And then you want to come probably no more than like right here, like the corner of your eye, like the depending on how big your face is, like some faces are bigger, some are smaller, start at the corner here and come down to here, or come in just a little bit, which is what I do. So whenever you apply your contour, it's just a way to enhance that shadow. See that natural shadow there when I make that face? Contour. And then you just bring it up from there and you go straight back. And then if you want to enhance that a little bit, which I want to do that today because I want to give it a little bit more glam look for the video interview. And then I'm going to create a triangle. So I'm going to come up from here. That just gives you a little bit more lift. See how the triangle, boop, boop. So that triangle will give you a little bit of a lift. This makeup is so easy. I know it seems like a lot at first, but when I tell you, when you put it on, you're going to be like, holy shit, like where have you been all my life? I'm telling you, it's so good. And you just kind of tap it. This is not something where you have to like color in the lines. It doesn't have to be perfect. When you blend it, it's my 10-year-old son. I have a video where my 10-year-old son did my makeup and it was trash. And then I blended it and I was like, this is perfection. Like it looks crazy when you put it on, and then when you blend it, it's perfect. So I'm applying contour up here to create the look of like a shadow, a little bit more dimension. It really is, Sonia, it really is the easiest makeup, right? So whenever you apply these colors, you can see how they just kind of melt into one another. And I've just done basically one layer of makeup. So I've applied my brightening highlight right here. I applied my contour here and my main shade everywhere else. So you're getting the dimension that gives you the youthfulness and the glow without the cakiness of like traditional liquid foundation. Not to mention, when you use liquid foundation, you don't think about this, and I'm not someone who's like an ingredients person. Like I don't care. Like if it's good, it's good. Whatever. Whenever you think of the ingredients, so the ingredients in your liquid foundation, right? There's like about 40. You can't pronounce most of them. I don't know what any of it is, but these ingredients, there's only 11 ingredients here. One of them is beeswax, which is really good and healing for the skin. And in liquid foundation, you'll find a lot of alcohols. There's no alcohols in this makeup. So when you think of alcohol in the liquid foundation, you put it on your face and it evaporates, leaving you with just pigment for a flawless finish. It's flawless until you start moving your face, and all that makeup and all that pigment, it's just dry pigment. So it's not moving with your skin. And so you might find that it's like settling in lines and wrinkles. This doesn't do that. And it gives you a really beautiful finish without being cakey and weird and settling and creasing and caking in those lines and wrinkles. It's just really beautiful makeup, and anybody can do this. I also recommend this for young ladies, like young teens who are just getting into makeup. I want to set the example that like less is more. For today, I'm going a little bit more glam because I'm going to be doing this interview, but like on a day-to-day basis, like you can just go super light. You can kind of glam it up. It's really, really nice to have everything in one place, and you can decide day to day how much you want to use. To be a man when I listen to this. Listen, I thank you, first of all, for listening to the podcast. We do not have enough men that tell their stories. Like we get a lot of women telling their stories of dogfish and, people that are lying and scamming and all of that. But I wish we would have more men telling their stories. Like I know there has to be women out there that are scamming dudes. Like there just has to be. And I'm not certain why there's not more men telling their story. It's baffling to us. But like we get a lot of people writing in, but it's always women. And I don't want to be like the podcast. I don't want the podcast to be like a lifetime man hater channel. Like, no, but that's all who writes in is just women. We would love to hear from more men. So if you know a man if you know a man who has a dogfish story, or a man who's been scammed or lied to, cheated on, or, he was just scammed by a woman in some form or fashion, send him to us, because we want to hear his story. This can't just be a bunch of women getting scammed by men. Like, that's not something. We did have a guy that was, we called him it's 2 episodes, and it was called the OnlyFans Pimp. And he was pimping out these 2 girls on OnlyFans, but we found out that it was, like, by definition, it was actually trafficking. And we talked about him on the podcast, and now there's a lot of women coming forward saying, oh my gosh, I think I dated that guy, or I'm dating him, or whatever. And it's really opening up a lot of doors. So I'm grateful for the podcast, because it's helping a lot of people. Yes, the makeup is okay for oily skin, and here's why. No matter your skin type, if your skin is oily, that's usually an indication that your skin is dry, because your body produces oil to compensate for the dry skin. When you use something that's hydrating, your body doesn't, it's like, oh, I don't have to produce as much oil. I'm feeling very hydrated. And so that's why this makeup is really good. Also for dry skin, you need the hydration. So this makeup is actually good for all skin types. And if you are someone who breaks out, or you have problematic skin, eczema, psoriasis, all of those things, because this makeup is clean and there's only 11 ingredients, the beeswax alone has healing properties. So it would, like, try this on your skin and see if I stopped breaking out. A lot of my customers report that they don't break out anymore. You can join my beauty group on Facebook. It's called Freedom in Beauty, VIP. Make sure you type in the VIP, because the other one is just a business page. I don't know how to work it. But go there. There's a bunch of women there, and you can ask any questions you want, and they will tell you, like, their own personal experiences. And these are women of all ages, all types. If you are someone who's older, the older you are, the more I recommend this makeup, because it doesn't settle in those lines and wrinkles, and it's great for texture. Okay, so I just used my brightening highlight, my summer shade. This is my main shade when I don't have self tanner, and then my contour. So that's just the 3 shades, right? That's just to get a little bit of dimension. Now I want to add bronzer. I personally love bronzer because it adds the warmth versus the cool. So bronzer and contour kind of go in the same area, but do different jobs, right? So when I apply bronzer, I apply it higher on my cheekbones, where the contour is here. See that cool gray ashy tone? The bronzer is warm, and it kind of goes on the high points. So together, they work together to create more dimension. So you have the cool versus warm. You have that, like, cool gray ashy tone that mimics the shadows. And then you have the warmth that kind of gives you that faux glow, like kiss from the sun. And even though it looks dark and scary, when you, like, melt it into your skin, it is freaking gorgeous. Look how warm and pretty that is. And I haven't put it on this side yet. But see how it's very light, like it's very subtle. It's not super literal, but it was scary when I first put it on, right? When you tap into your bronzer and you put it on your high points of your cheeks, see, it looks dark and scary, and you might be like, yeah, I don't know about that. That's kind of questionable. But whenever you press this into your skin really lightly, it just melts in. That's the difference between this makeup and your traditional makeup. That's why I think the more women start to see that, like, your number one, your ingredients matter, which I never cared. I just thought, I was like, ingredients, like, who cares? But now I'm like, oh, my skin is really seeing a difference. And then when you take your makeup off at the end of the day, because it's so hydrating, your skin feels really soft. And then because the makeup is easy, you can do it the next day. And so that, to make it duplicatable, empowers women to know that, like, I'm a makeup artist. So when I do someone's makeup, they take selfies and they're looking in the mirror and they're calling their mom. They're like, oh my God. And they can't stop looking in the mirror and smiling, whatever. And then they're like, oh man, well, I had to take it off. That was fun. I wish you could come do my makeup every day. And they kind of, it's kind of like a buzzkill, right? But to take off your makeup at the end of the day, and then the next day you wake up and you can quickly put it on. It's easy, and you get that really pretty kind of airbrushed look without actually using a lot of makeup, and it's really nice. So I just did one layer of makeup with my foundation, my concealer, my contour. I added bronzer on top, right? So when you use traditional makeup and you put like a liquid foundation, right? And then it dries, you have this dry pigment, and then a layer of bronzer, powder or cream or whatever it is, that's another layer. Then you add all these, and so that's where you start getting the cakiness, right? Not to mention it's very drying because it has alcohols. This makeup is all the same consistency. So when I put my bronzer on top of my other shades, they just kind of melt in together. And so it's not creating this huge amount of cakiness and dryness. And you can see the luminosity and the youthfulness. It really kind of brings the vibrance back to your face, which I absolutely love. And I think it's great for, it's better than like when you take a liquid foundation and put it all over your face and it's one color, right? But our skin isn't one color. And so that's why I love having the highlight and contour that's not just for 20-year-olds, right? Like you don't have to do the triangle and then do the thing and then wet your sponge and all that stuff. It's really a cool concept, and it's really, it makes it really easy for all women, and it's so inclusive of every skin tone. I love this makeup so much. And you see how pretty it is? Really, really nice. Okay, so now I've used my main shades, right? Now I'm going to use, these are some of my favorite lip and cheek shades that I absolutely love. And some of them look freaking insane, okay? So like super bubblegum pink, this orange color, this is tiger lily, it's like a corally, the purple, the super dark. I want to show you all of these real quick. This is how they look, right? On like when you just swatch them, this is how they look. Now I want to show you how they actually look. So whenever you apply these and you blend them, let me get a different brush. I'm going to get this brush. No, wait, this brush. Whoopsie. Whenever you blend these in, they are not as dark and scary as they look. Cream makeup is super deceiving in the pan. When you blend it in, it is not as crazy as it looks. Same with your main shades. So when I color match you and you look at it and you go, oh my God, that's really dark. I'm going to have an orange line like 8th grade. This is traumatic. It's not that. So you can count on me to get your colors right. And I'm only human, if for some reason I don't, which I match over 100 women a day, so I'm pretty good at it. But if I get it wrong or you hate the shade, there's a 30-day return and exchange policy. You can, if you hate the makeup in general, you have 30 days to return it. If it's the wrong shade, you just by that time we're texting. You just be like, hey girl, I don't like this shade, and then we can swap it out. It's no big deal. So anyways, let's talk about some of my favorite shades. So this one is called Pinky Promise, and she looks real bubblegummy, right? Like, oh my God. But I want to show you, even at 40 years old, you can wear these super bright colors. Isn't this cute? This is released on Monday. Saint is having a huge sale on Monday. So if you don't know about it yet, like, shop on Monday. Get your color match. Get your cart ready, because Monday there's like a buy more, save more sale. There's new releases. It's going to be amazing. And this is one of the new releases. And this is one of the new releases. And they come in all the different sizes. So you can get a small palette, a big palette, whatever you want. Like, super easy. Okay, so this is Pinky Promise. And look how pretty. I almost said look how prettily. Look how prettily that blends into the skin. See what I mean? That's Pinky Promise. That's that super pink color. Where does that come? Oh, it's up here. Hold on. I have a neon light that's reflecting. Let me see if I can. There we go. Okay, that's a little better. So that pink color, see how it just kind of blends in? It's not super intense. And then this purple color, this one is called Lavender Skies. This will be available on Monday as Lavender Skies. It's available now. It's called Grape, but it's scented. Then it's going to be replaced with Lavender Skies, which is not scented. So this is Grape, or Lavender Skies. And I want to show you. My son's playing VR. You can hear him. See how pretty that is? It is not super crazy. So when I match you to these colors, when you see these colors online, don't be like, oh no, I can't. I could never. Try it. Try it. And then if you, for some reason, hate the color you got, mix it with another shade and see what you think, because these are so fun to mix. So I just did Grape or Lavender Skies, and now I'm going to use this color called Royal, which if you look online, it looks blood dark, but it's not. So look. Do you see how sheer and pretty that is? So these colors are not as scary as they look online. They look intense. They look stupid, but I promise you they are not. So I'm going to go to my illuminator, which remember I put on that illuminator under my makeup, and I really like the glow that it gives. This is my rose gold illuminator from Saint. I love the shimmer. Again, they look stupid online. I've already written in and I've said, can we show a little bit more accuracy? That nobody listens to me. It's fine. When I apply this on the high points of my cheekbones, my lips, it pills up and it's chunky. If your lippies are pilling up, there's probably just too much. Mix it with get the demi balm, or just like a chapstick or like a balm, and mix it with a balm and see if you like it a little bit better. If it's pilling, it usually means there's just too much product. And that's usually with anything. So this is just a nice way to get that really pretty glow. So this is a little bit heavier coverage than I normally do, only because I'm going to be doing the interview on camera. And so I love, like, you know, the camera, I feel like this makeup is already really pretty on the camera, but I like to be, you know, a little bit glam for a podcast interview, and these girls are amazing. I'll share the link for the podcast with you. They're really cool. I went on their podcast before. We talked about my PI stuff, so now it's we're going to be talking beauty and makeup and hair, and I'm really excited about that because that's my jam. So now that I've applied those colors, I'm going to add a little bit of this purple to my cheeks because I love the purple. See what I mean? It is not intense. Like, this is kind of one of those things where it's like, okay, trust the process. You got to. So these are some of my favorite lip and cheeks. You see I have some nudes. I have some really bright colors. Like, they are not that crazy, I promise. I'm going to add some setting powder. Same brush. I'm going to tap into my setting powder. And I want to show you also, see all the colors that are on my brush? When you put in your setting powder, it doesn't transfer. These creams are not wet like a paint. So it's not like gonna get all mixed and crazy. So even when you blend them on your face, it's fine. When you put this Vanilla Dust setting powder, hey Andy, good to see you. Thanks for being here. When you apply this and you tap it in your T-zone, it just kind of creates a little bit of a blurred look. And so what happens is number one, it controls the oil because it's a powder. Number two, it kind of sets your makeup in that area, but also it kind of creates another level of dimension because you have this really pretty kind of glowy, illuminated, kind of youthful look. And then you have this, it adds dimension when it changes from like this really pretty glow to like a matte. And so it just creates another level of dimension, which is what we want. That dimension gives us the youthfulness and the glowiness and the luminosity. And that really brings out our face in a really different features of our face in a really beautiful way. So, also if you're someone who loves bronzer like I do, and you take a fluffy brush like this and tap it into your bronzer, see how it's just on the tips of the bristles? You can tap on your bronzer this way and create a really beautiful, like, all over glow. So this makeup doesn't have to just be worn one way. Like, you can wear this a million different ways. This is so versatile. This is customized to you. So you build your palette shade by shade, however you want. If you, like, whenever I color match you, you choose what you want. Listen, you don't have to follow my color match, suggestions. I recommend at least the main shade, but the rest is up to you. Like, I'll make suggestions, but I'm not your mama. Like, do what you want. You know what I mean? But you decide what you want to add to your cart. You decide what your budget is. You decide how much you want to spend. The company doesn't require any minimum purchase or anything like that. So do whatever feels good to you. Okay, so I've applied my setting powder. I've applied my main shades. I have a dimensional face. My favorite lip and cheek colors. And oh, you know what? I didn't add my Sunshine State is a favorite of mine. See how pretty she is? I like to put her on top. Yeah, I'll be mixing colors like it ain't nobody's business. I have no business. It's like I'm like a 5-year-old with a bunch of paints, and I'm just like, going crazy with them, but it works. I'm telling you, this makeup, you can't mess it up. You honestly cannot mess up this makeup. So I'm going to pop on some eyebrows. When I color match you, I look at the shape of your face. I just spit. I'm disgusting. I look at the shape of your face, obviously your skin tone, all of that stuff. But I also look at the color of your brows, the root of your hair. And usually I will match you to a contour shade that is complementary to your eyebrows and the root of your hair. So you can actually use your cream contour, or even an eyeshadow you can use that to fill in your brows. I would just pick up like the line brush. This has a flat angle end and a spoolie. So all the brushes are double-ended. Pick one of those up and you can typically use your cream contour to fill in your eyebrows. Personally, for me, I really like the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil and the Precisely My Brow. I've just used them forever. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So it's what I know, it's what I like, and that's what I use. But you can use your cream contour as well. This is a cream too. So it's the same thing, just in a different format. And so that's what I like about having the spoolie to kind of brush your brows and then fill them in. So cute. You guys got to get a color match. If you have not gotten a color match yet, you have to. Oh, and I'm doing a giveaway in my beauty group. It's called Freedom in Beauty VIP. And if you get a color match and you are a member of my beauty group, everybody who's new who gets a color match will be entered to win. On Monday they're releasing they're releasing new releases. Whatever. Yeah, I said it. And this is one of them. It's a little quad palette and it comes with 3 new glitter eyeshadows and a brush cleaning tile. So you can swirl your brush in between colors. Cher, Stevie, and Bowie. And I'm giving away 2 of these palettes filled with these. Just for getting color matched and referring. If you're already a customer, you can refer someone to get color matched. And if they get color matched, you'll be entered to win also. So I'm giving away 2 of those. I love giveaways. Gifts are my love language, so I just love giveaways. I think it makes everybody happy and it brings everybody together, and I just think it's a cool way to kind of, I don't know, give someone something that maybe they couldn't get for themselves. I don't know. Okay, so I did my brows. Let's do a really quick eyeshadow. Since we're here and we're gearing up for this video interview, which I love these girls. You're going to love them too. Okay, real quick eyeshadow. This is my favorite tricks for eyeshadow. I always use a neutral. This is Chai. And I use this on the base of my lid, like as this kind of, so the way I describe it is, you know how when you go to Walmart and you get the cart and it goes, and the wheel and it goes, and it's wild. And then when you go to another grocery store, let's say Publix, which is like, if you're in the Southeast, you know what Publix is, and Publix is perfect, and the shelves are always perfect, and it's beautiful. It costs a little bit more, but like Publix is legit. It always smells good. The bread is fresh. Like everything, right? The produce, everything is like legit. So anyways, you go into Publix and their carts, I think they have like a cart maintenance man that just like full time, that's what he does. Because every time you get one of the carts, it just glides through the store. There's no like wheel. There's no crazy wheel, right? And so that's like this makeup. When you don't use a base, it like, you get that tackiness, and your eyeshadow might like skip over like the skin, and it'll go over your lids. Whereas if you add the powder base, it's like skating on ice, and it's just like gliding. So that's the difference. I don't know how else to describe it, but if you know, you know. Okay, so let's do, what am I wearing? Pink? Let's do a really pretty pink look, I guess. I'm going to do, hold on, let me think about it. I want to do, yeah, this color is called Mija. And I'm taking it on, see how I just put it on the tips of my bristles? And I'm going to tap it right here in the outer corner. Just deposit the color, right? We not windshield wiping, going all like bonkers, going ape shit with the swirly whirl. And we're just tapping. So we're transferring the pigment from the brush to the skin, right? Once all of that pigment is transferred onto there, then we can start tapping around the edges and lightly sweeping. That's going to give you a really beautiful, like soft edge around the color. And so it doesn't look crazy. I'm not windshield wiping because I don't like that look on me. I feel like my eyes are too narrow. My eye is too hooded. So I keep the color out here on the outer corner and then just use whatever's left on my brush to bring it in. So most of that, the darkest part of the color is on the outside. So I tap here, outer corner, just tapping. I'm depositing the pigment, like transfer from the brush to my lid. Once all that pigment has been transferred off and it's just like, just the like excess, then I go around it and I bring it up to Jesus and I softly tap around the edges and then bring it in whatever's left over. See how it makes it like not so patchy and not so crazy? And you don't look like you got gangbanged by Crayola. Like it just looks really pretty and nice. I'm going to add a little bit more to match the other side because I have OCD, and if they don't match, I will go nuts. Okay, so that's the pink that I'm starting with. But I don't want to have like the super crazy pink eye. And if you have brown eyes, this is probably not going to look, I just don't think pink eyeshadow looks great with brown eyes. But I think if you add purple, it looks better. But then I just feel like the eyes look too red. But it depends on the color of brown. Anyways, what is this one? Cocoa? Hold on, stand by. Stand by. Revival. This one is Revival. I love this color. So Revival is like kind of a darkish kind of color that can add a little bit of drama, but I want to add a lot of drama. So don't be afraid of the dark colors. I'm using literally just the tips of my bristles on the side right here to kind of pick that up, blow off the excess, and then just kind of tap this. If you don't have it for merch now, get it. Yes, if you don't, I have a merch store and you can get a shirt that says like blend up to Jesus, all willy-nilly. It's the merch stores and you have to go get some of the merch. It's so fun. Some of my favorite Mackenzie-isms. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I need to add that one. Gangbang brag Crayola. But yeah, it's all willy-nilly .shop. Just spelled all willy-nilly .shop, and it's so freaking funny, some of the merch on there. Okay, so see how I'm building up the drama without being super crazy. I'm just tapping that pigment in. So the darker you go with the color, the smaller the area closer to the outer part of your eyeball. And then I'm just gonna tap that there. Tap that there. Oh, no, wrong color. And then I have a hooded eye, so lightly, little by little, bringing it up to Jesus. See? It doesn't look super crazy. Now I'm going to take this color called Legend. You guys, this is July's shade of the month. If you do not have it, get this color. It's only available for July. Don't say I didn't warn you. This color is so freaking pretty, and it is a great like addition to your eyeshadow. If you're a neutral girl, if you like the bold colors, this is good. Just get the freaking Legend. You need it. I don't care who you are. Get the freaking Legend. You have to get it before the end of July. Get it on Monday with the sale, and then add like whatever your sale items are. Just add it to your, because the more you add to your cart, the more you save. So see how I used my finger on one side and my brush on the other? And this one's a little bit more intense. That's why you usually see me using my finger, because it gives a little bit more intense pigment. And so I put this shimmer on the inner half of my lid under the crease, right? So this is a great way to kind of make that color pop. And also it kind of lightens the look. Like it doesn't make it so heavy if you feel like the darkness is a little bit too dark or whatever. But I really like how the brightness is still right here in the center and the darkness is on the outside. Now I'm going to use this color called Drift, which if you're new here, listen, this is every single eyeshadow combo I do. I use Drift. And here. Thank you so much. I like the different color combos. I like the bright colors though. Like I'm not like a red nails kind of girl. Like I need bright. Like neon is my favorite color. If you couldn't tell from my 80s birthday party. So Drift is a really pretty shimmer that I use to finish off basically every single eyeshadow look, just because I feel like it adds that really beautiful pop of glow. Now I'm going to use, what color I'm going to use this color down here. and I'm going to create a little bit of drama under here. I don't do this every day, but I'm going to be on camera, and so I did want to do a little bit more glam, so that's why I'm adding this down here. So pretty. And then I want to add mascara to add more drama to my bottom lashes. Oh, you know what I'm going to use? I'm going to use the brown. Thank you. Isn't it so pretty? I think it's so nice. Like, I don't, a lot of people are afraid to use pink eyeshadow, but I think it's nice. When you do or what is this called? Mascara on the bottom lashes, make sure that you're not pulling it through the lashes. Just tap the root of them. And you see how you get that really nice drama without pulling it all the way through and you don't look like a tarantula? Really great tip for you. Anyways, that's it. And then use the Saint setting spray or whatever setting spray. I've been loving this Saint. I was like, Saint, yeah, it's fine. But it has the aloe in it and it's really nice. So this is the Saint setting spray. So think hydration and bulletproofing. That's what the Saint does. And then if you're bougie, yeah, tap the root of your lashes and don't pull it all the way through, and then you still kind of get that not so dramatic situation. And then I'm stupid, so I use a fan just to dry it faster. But anyways, that's it. So this makeup, you'll get a really beautiful glow without going apeshit on the layers and, whatever. Get this makeup. I can color match you for free. Just submit your color match and then build your cart so that Monday, you can shop the Saint sale. It's the once a year customer appreciation sale. And there's a giveaway in my beauty group. Oh, let me know how you like it. Like, let me know if you still like the look of your mascara on the bottom. I'd love to know, like, if that works for you too. Cause sometimes I think my tips are stupid. So I like to see if they work for other people. Anyways, thank you so much. I think it's nice. And I like how, like, I don't know, I like pink. But also I've been trying to do more neutral look because I know a lot of people really like the more neutral. So, but let me know what combo you want to see. I'll try literally any combo. I do not care. I am not scared of any of it. So put something crazy together and let me know what I can create for you. So anyways, I love you guys. Have a great day and let me know what I can do to help you. Love you so much.